What's going down, y'all? It's one half of the Wake Up Crew here to talk some college football prop plays over on PrizePicks for this Saturday, October the 29th, 2022 college football slate. Some great games on tap this weekend. I think I got a couple of good plays lined up for you all. We grind the model, we put the data in, and this is a data-driven process we're following, and I think there's some good lines on PrizePicks for us to take advantage of this Saturday. Quick recap of Week 8. It was a good day. The two plays that I recommended both hit. Kendre Miller over a half a touchdown. He cashed that early in the game. And then we also took Devon Achane over his fantasy score. He went well over that. And we will be going back to the Achane fantasy score in this matchup this weekend. So let's pull up the model and talk about the plays that we're going to rock with today. So let's pull up the model. What we got? There we go. It's kind of big. Let's make this a little smaller so you can all see the three players we will be discussing. We got Devon Achane, more than his 18.5 fantasy score that's listed on PrizePicks. We got him projected for 26.18 versus Ole Miss. Ole Miss is right around 87 against the run in college football. They're giving up about 157 rushing yards per game in this matchup. I don't know if Zach Evans is going to be 100% in this matchup. He did not play last week, but A&M, this is all they got. Achane, he is 400 plus opportunities, by far one of the biggest bell cows and highest usage rate players in college football in an SEC matchup. We have Achane projected for 116 rushing yards. We also have him projected for 3 receptions, 36 yards. This should be a good matchup for Devon Achane. And last week, his fantasy score was 17.5. They only moved it up 1 point versus Ole Miss, who's not good versus the run. I'm taking Devon Achane more than 18.5 fantasy score. I also want to talk about Xavier Hutchinson, the wide receiver from Iowa State. Right now, he's averaging almost 10 receptions per game on PrizePicks. This is 8.5 for his receptions. I like the more on that. You see, we have him projected for 109 receiving yards, right around 9.5 receptions in this one. And his fantasy score, we have him at 24.37, PrizePicks 20.5. I believe his receiving yards are 102 as well. But I like Xavier Hutchinson more than his 8.5 receptions on PrizePicks, and we'll pull that up. And then Chase Brown, my favorite play on the college football slate that we've ran through our model, his rushing yard total. We have him projected for, 149, 150 rushing yards, 28 attempts. Nebraska is bottom 10 in college football in total defense, and I believe bottom 5 in rush defense. They're like 127th against the run, 125 in total defense. This defense is awful. Chase Brown should have a field day versus Nebraska. Illinois playing damn good football. I love all three of these plays in our model today, so let's go over to PrizePicks and lock it in. Let's make sure. Let's go Chase Brown. Number 1 play on the board, 130 yards. I think I'm big. Let me move myself. You can't see a damn thing with me on here real quick. Let's move that. There we go. Chase Brown, 130 yards. You see, he's hit this number in back-to-back weeks. Missed it by, 2 yards versus Wisconsin. They didn't need him here on September the 22nd. And then versus UVA, 146. So we are going to lock in Chase Brown, more than 130.5 rushing yards. Devon Achane, again, they continue to give us Achane at this discounted rate. The usage rate is there. Fantasy score, 18.5. He had 28.6 last week versus South Carolina. I'm going right back to the Achane well. And then the final play that we discussed, Xavier Hutchinson. And you can run with the yards, the fantasy score, probably a receiving touchdown. Oklahoma's defense is dreadful, but the receptions at 8.5, I like those. The yards at 102.5, don't mind those, but I am rocking with the receptions for Xavier Hutchinson, one of the best wide receivers in the country. So, as always, take what you like, leave what you don't. Bankroll management, mix and match these plays, or take your favorite one and pair them with some other college football plays that you like. But we walk you through the process. We don't charge you for picks. All I ask that you do is hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, like the content, comment below. Let me know what you're rocking with this weekend in college football. As always, if you tail, give PrizePicks hail, and if we fail, do not bail. We'll be back. More NBA, NFL, and college football picks here on the channel. Y'all enjoy College Football Saturday. Good luck. I'm out of this thing. See you next week. Peace.